We are back with Mary Matalin. May I say, Mrs. Carville or Ms. Matalin, you look radiant tonight. I've never seen you look more beautiful than you look tonight.
Are you making up for attacking me in the last segment?
I didn't attack you in the last segment, Info Babe, and you know it, but you know, I've seen you on a lot of occasions. You look absolutely smashing tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You really look
and
terrific.
So do you.
Well,
I have a blank screen in front of me, but I know you look beautiful because you always do.
Didn't we have fun that night in New York? We made those promos and we had that vodka.
I was going to say we had a lot of vodka. I remember that. Yeah, that was fun.
And now probably with baby in tow, those days are behind us, huh?
Honey, you know what? I'm going to have in the parking lot as I leave the hospital a martini and a cigarette, and I can't wait. That's my total focus.
Here is Cindy in Chicago, Illinois. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm fine, Cindy. Thank you for joining us, and say hi to Mary. She's in Washington tonight.
Hi, Mary. You're my idol.
Well, Cindy, you're from my hometown. Thanks for calling in.
I know. My question was, and I think he's great, is your opinion on Bob Dole running for president. What do you think his chances are?
I think he's great, too, and he's
Now, wait, I missed the name of the man we're talking about. Bob Dole.
Bob Dole, the majority leader, the potential next president of the United States, who is way in front of the pack right now. It's a long time between now and the nominee, but it's tough for somebody to catch up to him. If anyone could, I think it would be Phil Gramm. But we got a long way to go. But I am a partisan, and Tom, you can smack me around for this, but I think almost anybody in our field can beat Clinton by the time we get to the campaign.
Great.
Have we answered the question of the first caller who asked who Mary thought would be the nominee? Could you answer that? Who do you think will be the nominee? And I know it's a long way away, but do you have a gut feeling on this one?
It'll be Dole or Gramm.
Okay, okay. So in other words, the rest of the pack can forget it.
No, I didn't say that. You said it first. I would have said if you didn't, that it's a long way from here to there, and anything could happen. But if you did it today, you'd say Dole, and but it ain't today. Right,
and you think that either one of those gentlemen, Phil Gramm or Bob Dole, could breast Clinton in a race?
Yes.
Okay. Cindy, I'm glad you called. Thanks for joining our program. All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let me ask you here, my friend, about the meanness of it all. You know there's a lot of meanness in politics. And I wonder if maybe it does not serve us poorer rather than better. You know, I heard the other day Bob Dornan talking about Bill Clinton, describing him as a womanizer and a liar, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I thought, you know, is that what campaigning for office is really all about? And you've been through some tough ones. What's your take on this meanness factor on both sides, by the way?
Well, I'm glad you said that, too, that it's not a one-way street.
No, it's not.
My attitude and my approach has always been, as the late, great Boston pals say, it ain't beanbag. So you kind of have to go into it with a thick skin. And I also ascribe to an early political maxim, which is the voters are smarter than all of us. So when they hear egregiously mean and abrasive and over-the-line kind of stuff, they tune it out and they turn the guy off. So it has a backlash effect, and it isn't very effective in the end. And you were absolutely right about the bozo comment. That just happened in the heat of the campaign. It was very uncharacteristic of George Bush, but people didn't like that. So name calling just doesn't, and the really mean-spirited stuff really accrues more negatively to the purveyor of it than the intended victim, and the voters know that.
Right, they do. They do, and I think, you know, I read columns by people who are citizens who write in about politics. They say, you know, we would rather have a candidate tell us why we should vote for him or for her, rather than why we should not vote for the man or woman that he or she is running against.
There's a legitimate place for a contrast, compare and contrast spots, and for talking about particularly the incumbent's record, because that's part of why you would want to re-elect or elect in the first place. But comparing and contrasting and dissecting is very different from just sort of amorphously attacking.
Yeah, and by the way, there's a way to do that, and I think Reagan did it as well as, if not better, than any contemporary president. I will never forget the debate, and you know the line that elected him with Jimmy Carter. Well, there you go again. You know, and you could see the election turning on that line. 84, when he said to Mondale, he said, I'm not going to let this man's youth and inexperience be a judgment factor in this campaign. And you could see the election coming his way. There's a way to do that sort of thing, and he knew how.
He was a special man.
Let me ask you here about you and Mr. Carville. You were described when you were on the book tour here about a year ago as action junkies, that you and James Carville really like the action. You like being at the center of politics, the center of parties, the center of media attention. You're shaking your head no. No?
No, we like the action of campaigns, and we like being in the center of campaigns, but we don't go to parties. I rap in Washington, and my great friend and your wonderful producer, Tammy, will tell you, we are total duds. We hang out at our house on the weekends and make babies and used to drink wine and stuff. And the media stuff it's like the living. It's, you know, that's the job and whatnot.
Yeah.
But the action is in the campaigns, and yes, I plead guilty to that on both of our parts.
I wish you well, my friend. You know I love you dearly, always have, always will. I hope that your delivery is wonderful, peaceful, and painless, that Madeline Mary Carville is the beauty of her time, and that when you and Mr. Carville are next in California, you'll come visit us here.
We miss you. We love you.
Okay,
Keep
kid.
up. Congratulations on your success out there.
Okay, kid. Take care, Mayor.
Take it easy.
Okay, Info Babe. Good night now.
Good
Back
night.
with Tom Sullivan, and I believe he is bringing the guide dog with him.
Beautiful.
You know, it is sweeps, and the animals work.
Yes, sir.
Always worked for Johnny with Joan Embry. You know, bring out the snakes, get a big number. Well, no, I'm not going to go there. Back with Tom Sullivan after these messages.